We're about to see something happen in the world of XRP that could be very important. There is talk about the idea of burning all the XRP that is currently in escrow. At the moment, about 5,000 XRP are burned every day, which is about 1.825 million a year. However, there is growing concern that this rate is going to go up. Some people have even said that up to 25,000 XRP are being burned every day. Also, this behavior is said to be connected to Ripple's escrow accounts, which is very interesting. A former director of Ripple has said that the company might burn all the XRP that is in escrow all at once, which makes the situation more serious. There seems to be more than just talk about how likely it is that this will happen. This situation is even more interesting because it happens at the same time that Ripple Labs announces it will buy back almost $1 billion worth of XRP from the market. There are a lot of ideas about what this buyback and the possible escrow burn could have to do with Ripple's deal with the SEC. The buyback is because Ripple still needs XRP. The effects of this kind of trust burn are huge. In the event that all of Ripple's escrow XRP were burned, each coin could become worth $10,000. Based on my research and the fact that Ripple Labs is forming more and more partnerships and needs XRP to support these partnerships, I think that a value of $10,000 per XRP might be necessary for the company to keep running and grow. Welcome to the Money Side family. Welcome back to the place you know you can trust for all things XRP. There are a few things we need to do before we start with today's programming. Please do me a huge favor and hit that like button, subscribe, and notifications to join our lively group. Wait for a moment because something exciting is about to happen. Once we reach 60,000 members, we'll be giving away a huge amount of XRP. It's really easy to enter the giveaway. It's simple. Just do 3 things. So make sure you're ready, and don't forget to add the secret code MONEYSIDE to the comments to make sure you get in. Many sources agree with this and say that XRP will reach $10,000 because of Ripple's partnerships with other payment systems. An enormous rise in the value of XRP is not only possible, but might even be necessary because Ripple's world partnerships are growing and depend on XRP. XRP's growth has been nothing less than exponential, and new reports, both public and private, show that it is spreading around the world. In particular, a BlackRock study that got out shows that they want to use XRP for cross-border payments. The most important parts of this report are brought out to show how XRP is becoming a globalized cross-border payment service. The recent statement by the Central Bank of Ireland that they plan to use XRP for cross-border transactions has only added to this momentum. As a payment method, XRP is now officially recognized as safe and reliable. This also means that Ripple, the company that created XRP, is now a registered virtual asset service provider. This is a big sign that XRP has a lot of promise in the financial world. In the meantime, the Global Central Bank of Japan has started to use XRP for their global banking systems. Over 30 central banks are now working together to make a central bank digital currency on the XRP ledger. This is part of a bigger trend. 19 of these central banks are said to have bought XRP worth a total of over $9.4 billion. This number doesn't even take into account the fact that the FedNow fast payment service might start using XRP. Leaked information says that the FedNow instant payment tool is thinking about using XRP for the blockchain part of their payment system. This change shows that people are becoming more sure that XRP's technology can be used in current financial applications. It is impossible to say enough about how important it is for the US Federal Reserve to take full control of XRP and Ripple Labs. This move, which is meant to stop regular people from buying XRP, is a big change in the financial world. Instead of making a standard CBDC central bank digital currency, the Federal Reserve plans to use the Riplet system, which uses the XRP ledger and digital asset because it is efficient, cheap, and good for the environment. This method is especially useful because important central banks in over 8 countries, including the BRICS nations, have already teamed up with Ripple Labs to use the RippleNet system and the XRP ledger. The Federal Reserve has officially said that XRP and XLM could play a big role in the blockchain part of their FedNow payment system. This shows that they are serious about working with blockchain technology. One of their stories says that the FedNow services partnership with Metal. Blockchain to allow quick and stable coin to fiat conversions is a big step toward combining traditional banking with decentralized finance. At the moment, US citizens can only make fast payments within the country using third-party apps like Venmo and PayPal or cryptocurrency wallets. But the FedNow system, which is still being built, wants to include coins in its structure. Over 120 organizations have joined this platform, including newcomers like US Bank and Exchange Bank, as well as many payment companies and solution providers. With Ripple possibly being added to the FedNow service, we're about to see a big change in the world of digital banking. One of the fintech companies being considered for this project is Ripple, which is known for its open source distributed ledger technology and smart cross-border payment solutions. Stellar Lumen's XLM is also on the list of possible partners for the FedNow service. Stellar Lumen's XLM is known for its blockchain-based payment network that makes global transfers faster and cheaper. This brings us back to the two most important points of our conversation. The chance that XRP will hit $10,000 soon and the possibility that a lot of XRP from Ripple Labs escrow will be burned. These two things will work together to make a big step forward for the XRP digital asset. The planned burning of a lot of XRP from Ripple's lockup could be what drives the price of XRP to its expected $10,000 level. Matt Hamilton, a former director of Ripple, said that the company could burn all the XRP in its escrow wallet, which has made this belief even stronger. This news is especially important because Ripple is still in court with the SEC. It's possible that such a burn could be part of a settlement deal. Lots of things are affected by this. A huge drop in the supply of XRP could make its price go up to $10,000. It would also cause a huge demand for XRP from both individual and institutional buyers who want to use digital assets like XRP for cross-border payments more and more. This would lead to a big drop in the amount of XRP that is available, so each XRP token would be worth more. It's hard to believe how many deals XRP will be able to handle.